Hey guys, welcome back. This is the KANU Chronicles, and I'm your host Nate, aka Crash, and I'm with Broski, aka
Broski, baby.
you pick your AKAs. I don't want.
Yeah, really. I don't know, man. Shit, so many.
So many.
This Broski.
Broski. So yeah, it's episode 199, guys. Next week.
God damn.
Next week is Well, it might be this week, really. Actually.
Yeah.
By Thursday, it might be 200. So.
Wow.
Crazy. Another milestone, man.
Wow, that's crazy. 200 episodes.
Another milestone. So getting up to that point. But yeah, we're jumping in. Going to give you the NBA, our NBA weekly sports recap talk. But before all that, let me give you my, some stuff to follow. So you can follow me at KANU Chronicles on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's at Great Nate. That's GRTN and the number 8. And you could follow also Humbug Slim, which is Broski's Instagram.
Yes. Yeah, I got to get back on there too.
HUMBUGSLIM.
Humbug Slim, baby.
Yeah. So, anyways, getting back into this week, continuing here, we have a sweep and we have a tie. So, Which one you want to start with?
The sweep? With the sweep, man. The sweep. Wow. Well,
you definitely had that completely. I was still trying to hold a little faith.
I called that one. I did call that one. But then on the other end, I was thinking the Bucks was going to sweep out Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I was really, shocked that they, what happened. But yeah. But the Golden State sweep was like we knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, they just were just a little too much. I think, like I said, Portland definitely had 2. I think there was 3 games they could have pulled off.
Yeah. Well, all the games were tight. I thought it was going to be a lot of blowouts, but all the games were tight.
The last three were really, well, the 2 in Portland particularly, they really should have had. But that one of them, Golden State, they had an opportunity.
Yes.
They had an opportunity there. So,
yes.
That's how crazy things could be. They literally could be 3-1 right now over Golden State,
Yep.
And, boy, that would be a whole nother conversation right there. And
really.
I think that they they're barely a player away from that. Honestly, within who they have, I think they have it. They just got to tap that vein, and they got close though. So, maybe they didn't get the wins, but they're going to have to look at what they have to look at. I wouldn't go crazy up there. You don't blow that team up. There's a lot of teams like that right now this year. I hope keep them together, man, as much as you can, and let these guys develop. They're all fucking, a lot of them are young, and they're, if you got a decent chemistry happening, you gotta fucking let at least give it a chance for a little while, 3 years.
Yes.
Give 3 years.
At least. I always say 3 years.
Yeah, and then you make some big adjustment maybe or something, but.
If a guy's not happy, or he getting enough playing time or whatever,
exactly. But, yeah, so, but, kudos to Golden State just playing like such a machine. They just have such a system down up there. I think as we see, I think Curry could be out and it still works out. Anybody could almost be out or whatever. You could probably, I wonder, I bet you could start the bench and just count on them and, they probably still would win.
Yeah, because the bench is not bad. So that's man.
They probably win most games still, Fuck it, just flip it. Have the bench out there, let Curry and them come off the bench, just have teams all fucked up. Like,
that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
They're like,
start from the bench. Everybody would be like, "What the fuck?" And they'll still win by 20 fucking points.
Put in players you didn't even know were there and shit. You'd be like,
man, that's what that guy is. Oh my god.
He must have been in the D League, what the fuck, last week. But now they got him playing out there and shit.
Man,
they really, Golden State is like that good right now where they could just do whatever. It doesn't even matter.
It don't matter who's out.
And,
I mean, you can take any one of those players out of the equation and they'll still win. So
yeah, Kerr is really, he's made his mark on, being a coach in the NBA. So
yes,
he already has 8 championships overall, 8 rings between being a player and coach now. And now he'll be getting
Kerr. Yeah, he's cemented. Yeah, he's really cemented himself. Yes. Man. Yes.
And so he's up for number 9 right now, man.
Man.
So whether we like the dynasties or not, we gotta kind of acknowledge what's going on. It's amazing, man. 5 years in a row, 5 finals in a row.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's
amazing.
pretty sick.
I hate a dynasty, but you gotta give them kudos for, you know what I'm saying? For
for Golden State, because we got to stop and remember when me and you, we were talking, we were watching this shit together back when this type of shit, if you said this, back then, hey man, in such and such year, Golden State, man, they're going to go on a tear for five, they're going to go to 5 finals. They're going to win 4 of them. You'd be like, yeah, right. Like with who?
Whatever, dude.
You'd be like maybe 1, But
see, back then,
even 1 was like far. Yeah, even that seemed far away.
Yeah.
Even that seemed far away.
Yep.
Even 1 title at the time was like, man, that would be crazy.
Yes.
All you would say is Golden State win a title. If you brought that up like that, you would go, man, that would be amazing. That's the words you would say afterwards.
Everybody would say that, man. I can't believe Golden State won. You'd be like, get out of here. Or like you go away and you come back and find out Golden State is the champion. You'd be like, Golden State? Get out of here.
Yeah, if you were in a coma, if somebody had
anything, just going away for a while. I don't want to put it as bleak as a coma, but you could be gone somewhere where they don't have television. Come back 6 months later and find out Golden State then won the championship.
Yeah. You have to have some kind of real crazy job to be out of it like that, but.
They got jobs like that where you just
there's some shit like that. There's some science stuff where you're just, as my brother would say, under a rock. Like he just,
Yeah, and you got jobs
you're just so focused into what your work is, you're not paying attention to anything else.
Well, even like the crab fishermen, you're not going that long, but you're going long enough to know that the finals will be over.
Yeah. I mean, they're not. Yeah, those jobs out there, you get to work, you're out there doing all that. You're not connected trying to fucking go on your Instagram out there at sea and shit. You know what I mean? You're, nobody's really, I mean, I guess they could probably keep up to some degree. I mean, I'm sure they have technology out there, but.
Yeah, I mean, you have technology to find a fucking fish.
I mean,
you don't have no technology to watch TV or find out shit like that because, like,
you could do little shit in your downtime, but I don't know, man. There's got to be some areas you're kind of fucked out there. There's really not anything.
That's what I'm saying. The Bears play you, baby.
Hello?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, here he goes.
Morning time. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You're the Bering Strait. If you out there, you got to get no signal. I don't give a fuck what kind of phone you got, man.
Yeah, you have to have a satellite phone, pretty much.
Even then, you're not getting no sports. You're not getting no sports.
No. You're just getting just calling people. That's it.
That's it. And then you're not calling like I can't call my brother and find out about the fucking game.
You're not calling for frivolous bullshit.
You gotta call about, hey man, we need a safety net out here.
Because he's gonna see. First off, anybody you're calling, you're gonna kind of get them all startled because they're gonna think it's something real serious, Yeah,
it'd be like, dude, what you calling for what? Because it'll be in and out. Like, hey man, could you who won the championship? Like, oh my god, where the fuck are you at, dude? I'm in the Bering Strait, dude. Who won the championship? Fox,
Oh man,
it'd be crazy. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Those guys experience it out there. They're just, they're fans as well, I'm sure. But yeah, you're gonna miss. You're not gonna have time for all that bullshit. You gotta fucking work.
Yeah.
But
you working out at the oil refinery or some shit like that, dude. Sometimes you can't. I don't give a fuck. You can be in the city, Long Beach, and you cannot get a signal or nothing, dude. You know.
Yeah, but at least in that case, I mean, after their shift, they're
Well, that's different. That's a little different.
yeah. As soon as they leave, they'll be like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, either way,
Yeah.
if you found out, you know, like I said, back in the day when they first started this bullshit, you'd be shocked. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they won. They won.
Yeah, to have this much success for a team like Golden State, you know, it's it's just like. It's like, yeah, of course, you know, it's just they're already the standard, they're already cemented, so it's not surprising anymore, you know what I mean? So from, like, you know, you got kids from here on, you got kids for their life, they're going to always see Golden State, this is the Bulls to them, you know, so far.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
You know.
that's crazy. Because we see it like, we went through, well, for me, I went through the Lakers, the Celtics,
Yep.
the San Antonio, Bulls, of course. I've been through a bunch of them.
For sure, man. For sure.
So yeah, you're right. The kids today are going to be like, yeah, Golden State is the standard.
Their reference, you know, this is what they're for. If this is their, you know, like you're at that, just think of us at, you know, at your earliest time of watching NBA finals and, you know, thinking of those teams at that time and what you felt about them. So it's the same thing, you know, they're just getting Golden State as their fuss, you know. So, yeah, pretty wild. Just, you know, same with, like, you know, just like Patriots, you know, we're old enough. We're old enough. We know when they were just terrible. Like, that was a joke.
Terrible.
That was a circle on everybody's schedule where you went win. You know.
Yes. We might lose all these games, but we definitely gonna win against the Patriots.
Yep. They were that bad, man.
They were the Lions.
Yeah.
They were the fucking Lions, dude. They'll start out 5-0, and next thing you know, it's like, you know, fucking, you know, 10-5. They ain't won another fucking game. You know, like, wow.
Yeah, so that's how shit changes. And now talking it about like that, you just you feel the time. You feel the you know.
Yes. You don't really understand time, but you feel it when you go.
You start talking about some Patriots, like when they were shitty to now, like, you know, that was a long time ago. You're like, yeah, they were shitty, but man, that's been a minute. You know, you start looking at that footage, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, because our people older than me will be talking about Joe Namath. You know, when he did that big thing. I don't remember that bullshit. You know,
right?
Like, dude, the Jets were never nothing.
Right,
you know?
right. You missed that. You missed that boat. Yeah,
I missed that. I missed that part. You know,
and that linger, like that shit. They were able to carry that for like some years, man. Like that shit was strong, dude.
For a motherfucker to go out there,
that shit carried.
Predict the fuck. Hey, we gonna win. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. We gonna win. That was nothing.
And not wearing fur coats and shit.
Man wearing a fur coat, coming out there like he's a fucking rock star. Hey, we're gonna win. You know, people didn't see that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. Who is this guy?
You
pull it off. You pull it off. Yeah, they could talk about that for years. They could have that.
He did it, and he did it for, you know. Again, they were, you know, even then they you know, they weren't you know, they never won anything or whatever. So it's been their one, you know, that one shining moment, you know, in that franchise.
Yes.
But, you know, at this point, of course, that's kind of, you know, I mean, it's been past for years where it's kind of like, okay, enough of that. But, you know, I would say into the 90s, though, it was kind of like that Namath win, that still was pretty, you know, you would be like, oh my God, you know, Broadway Joe.
Well, yeah, by that time, yeah, you were a little going like, dude, Broadway Joe's not walking through that fucking door.
It was getting old, but I'm just saying it still was like people still were talking like that. Yeah. Still living on that steam, just like the Steelers. Everybody, you know, into the 90s pretty deep. Yeah, it was still about the 70s and shit, and it was like, so my generation.
Reception.
Yeah, so my age group and younger, we're like, man, we were so tired of hearing that shit. It's like, we need our shit right now. Fuck that shit.
Yes.
We want to see the guys out there right now do this shit, man.
Yeah, that's what the fans do. They don't want to hear about them old days no more. I mean, you'll be like, oh, that's awesome.
It was cool. Well, it was like you'd learn and it was cool for a little while, and then you start.
Yeah, oh, really? And then you're watching your team now going like, man, these motherfuckers suck, man. Come on, man. When they don't be like they was before, but it's just weird how certain teams can do that. You know?
Well, that's the thing. We were seeing the potential at the time. The 90s, the Steelers, man, they were playing their ass off out there. The defense, this, that. They were the Steel Curtain for a long time. Yeah, they just couldn't do the, they just weren't really good at the big wins. But if they had that guy or quarterback or whatever back at that moment, they would have got themselves probably 3 Super Bowls then, easy.
Yes, because they've been the Steel Curtain forever. They kept a strong.
Because they had a strong defense at that Kirkland, fucking Woodson, fucking.
Yes.
Just beast after, just guys, dude, just like.
For a long time, not just for.
Oh, they had Kevin Green back then, dude.
For a long time, they would. I guess they really excelled. I guess their whole thinking was. The best offense, the great defense.
Yeah.
So that's what made sense.
I know, guys. I know we go NBA to NFL, but we got to cover some shit. Fuck it. It's only 2 games, so we need to fill up some time.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, no, the Steelers, they just one of those teams. So going back to the NBA on that, yeah, that's what Golden State's creating
we're
that.
We're just trying to make a reference.
Yeah, reference, exactly. Golden State is, that's what that's what they got now. They got a system, and if you're a smart organization and ownership, you just, no matter what, you want to keep going off that system from here on, no matter what. Steve Kerr leaves, whatever. You're going to keep now you have a blueprint and know what a team could look like in Golden State, no matter what. At least, at least you hope to. Of course, players, you can't replace everybody, and eventually, when things change and kind of move on, well, yeah, of course, teams will go bad again, but like the Lakers, they have plenty to reference if they want to be great again, but they just don't, they're not running it like that. I don't know. Again, they're just showing to be a mess. Speaking of, we should talk about that. Magic going on, and he put it all on blast. He was just like, look, this is what's going on, man.
Magic did something I thought nobody would do. I thought you couldn't do it. I thought you couldn't, after you left somewhere, go and talk bad about it.
Well, he must not have had paperwork he had to sign, or...
Well, no, it was it was the thing was we thinking Matt didn't have that much power. He had a lot more power than you.
Well, he's got he's not one to just. He's very professional. He's not one to do. He's not one to try to burn a bridge, but he can. He can totally do that if he wanted. It don't matter.
I've never seen this happen before, ever.
No,
a former
not at
player.
all.
They keep their mouth shut. Hey, Matt, what happened? Hey, man, that's what's in the inner workings of the Lakers, man. I can't talk about that. Blah,
yeah, it's just business.
He was very forthcoming. Like, hey, man, it was this guy. He was the guy. It was that guy right there. He's the one that fucked this shit up. Jeannie Buss, she's cool, but she was letting too many motherfuckers in her ear. I'm like, damn, dude.
I thought he was gonna bust out an email, a text chain, a text.
Man, I thought he was gonna break his phone out and be like, look, this is what, put it up on the screen. This bitch told me. I thought he was gonna be going through all, because he was not living up to that, but he was just like, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Can you imagine if he did do that?
Man, I'm sitting there watching it going like, he's not stopping. There's nobody going, somebody in his ear going, hey, Matty, stop talking. He tapped his ear like, okay, man, I hear you. No, he's still going. And I'm like, wow, Magic, you don't give a fuck. They really pissed you off.
He is in the ownership or the group of the Dodgers, which is $1 billion+ franchise. And they've just, and they've been to 2 World Series just, these past 2 years. So on top of that, plus all the other shit, man, that guy, I mean, he's created such a, empire,
Man.
But not only that, also, he's, he's definitely worked and helped with a lot of people, man. He's really good at that shit. And that's why it doesn't make sense because, when you look what he's done so far with the Dodgers, of course he's not the only guy, but he's like a big part of that, man.
But man, they had to do something to him, man. I can't imagine Magic doing what he did. It's almost like
I know. I know.
Getting fired from a job. I'm gonna go up there telling everything. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck that
especially his former. I know his former team that he had so much success with, and he has to be like.
But he wasn't, like I said, he didn't say, he really wasn't bashing the Lakers.
No. He wasn't saying anything that wasn't related. Like, he was keeping it to what it was, and that's it.
He kept it to, I couldn't believe he was doing, usually they'd be like, they shimmy, shake around shit.
Right.
Oh, no, man, I can't really talk on that, man. I can't do that. All that bullshit. He was very forthcoming. It shocked me. I was going like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Magic ain't shutting up.
Nope.
He won't shut up.
No.
Damn, ain't nobody gonna shut him up. Then I'm thinking like, well, maybe he can do this now. What I'm saying? Like, hey, he was that powerful. I didn't think he was, but he was that powerful enough. Hey, I can say what the fuck I want to say. I wish you would try to stop.
That's basically what he showed. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there and tell him the truth. Magic, what are you gonna say? I'm gonna tell him the truth.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell him what happened. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Nope.
Okay, Magic. Well, it's your game, man. You do what you want, but you're gonna Lakers. Man, fuck the Lakers, nigga. Shit, nigga. I was Magic before I got to the Lakers. Nigga, I'll be Magic after the Lakers is gone. Fuck that. Okay.
I made the Lakers.
I made motherfucker. I'm Showtime, nigga. Oh my god.
He. In that regard, like that boy, like he can be that, man, because he really.
He did that.
He's done.
He did that.
Dude, it's still even though it's Kobe and whatever, the Magic legacy and the aura, that's still there. That's still there, man.
Man.
It'll always be, and that's just the way it is.
The Lakers always had great players and all that bullshit.
I'll tell you something.
It took Magic to make the Lakers, great again. It's just like Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago wasn't shit. Okay?
Right.
Let's get it straight. Chicago wasn't shit until Jordan got there.
Damn right.
I don't give a fuck who you had before it. I don't give a fuck.
Damn right.
Now the Cavaliers, on the other hand, they had a couple of great teams.
Right.
The only thing is they couldn't get past Jordan fast.
Right. But just like a lot of teams, exactly. Yeah.
They had a couple of great teams where LeBron being there, okay, that's a good thing. That was cool,
Yeah.
But it took him two outings to do what Jordan and Magic did in one outing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't go back and forth.
Mm-mm.
They did it.
They were right with their team, and they fucking got that shit.
Even though what LeBron did is fucking legendary, it's talk about it. It's something you can actually say, hey man, that was awesome. I would say that to his face. That was fucking awesome, dude.
Hell yeah, no, I give. It's like, what am I gonna sit there? It'd be foolish to sit there and try to talk shit. It's like, no, man,
you can't.
You did that shit. You definitely did that shit. And matter of fact, I was hoping you would have got one earlier, man. But
thank you.
Because I can't, as just a fan of the guy and what he as a player, dude. I'm a fan. We talk. Dude, I was talking, looking for him and watching him when he was coming out of high school. When I first saw him in that McDonald's dunk thing, I was like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck is this monster?
Yeah, and I know it was just a dunk thing, but I was just like, man, and I could and even just from that, still something about him was like, he's not just a dunk dude. This guy can play. Yeah, because he just had so much poise. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, he's an old man.
He was older than his age. Yeah, he was older than his age.
Young. That nigga been playing grown men since he been like 16 or some shit.
Definitely.
So, yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, so he's very worldly. Even though he didn't go to college, he's very worldly. So I don't care what you say. Anyway, what my whole point was just saying how certain teams wasn't, like Chicago, they wasn't shit. The Lakers, they did have a kind of mystique. They were still a team.
Jerry West would have been the previous guy.
West, there you go. See, Jerry West put.
He'd be the last one before where, as far as casting or having some kind of something for, giving the Lakers some identity. Jerry West started that.
Jerry West, and you have, I think,
there's probably some other guys. I don't know that.
A few other guys got mixed in there. Chamberlain, a couple other guys got mixed in. You can't just go, oh man, it was just.
Chamberlain for sure. Yeah.
But you had Jerry West's era, which was in that 60s, 70s era, right? We still had black and white fucking.
A lot of Jewish players still out there,
Yeah, actually excelling in the sport. Jamie Horowitz got like 50 points in a game, type of shit, But anyway.
Oh my God.
Then when he got to the Magic era, he put the motherfuckers on the map again. It was like Showtime Lakers. They had a fucking identity. They had a super identity where they were like,
and then not only that, you're going from, and I know we're doing these little rabbit holes of history, but fuck it, that's what you get with the KANU. We don't fuck around here.
Hey man, don't listen. If you don't like it, don't listen.
That's it. We're doing this for free, so shut up.
So you just actually listen to our conversation. That's all you
you're just peeking in. So this is how it goes.
That's it.
This is how it goes. And we want to keep it funky. This is how it goes. We're not going to be super manicured and shit. This isn't the shop,
This shit been going on for years, man.
Welcome
to our nightmare.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, you got to think you're just coming off the 70s of the ABA era. And all that shit.
Go ahead, I'm listening, man.
Yeah, you're coming off that era. You got Dr. J, and then boom, Magic comes with the Lakers, and then you got the Larry Bird. Oh my God! I mean, dude.
Man.
If people, if you weren't, I was still really young, and I wasn't catching it right at that time. I caught the Lakers by the time we got back east, which is funny. Maybe 87 or so.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. That season and from there on is when I started probably watching ball, pretty much.
Somebody gave me I guess I saw a videotape or I was watching a sports something and they were showing Dr. J. And I was like, oh my God.
Man.
Oh my God. I was like, wow, that was the ABA days.
Hell yeah.
Where he won championships and all this bullshit, Then they got absorbed by the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go through the whole big history of that.
No. We're just doing little pieces of it.
I'm just giving you a snippet. Then he comes into the NBA, and he's still doing the same crazy shit. That finals against the Lakers was awesome. That's when he does the scoop shot. Where he comes in like he's gonna dunk the ball and it goes around and lays it up off the other side. Like, oh my God,
dude,
how the fuck did you think to do that? Why was you in the air so long? I mean, even Magic was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Magic even said this. He said, dude, I used to get hung up watching guys play. He said, that was my problem.
Yeah.
I go play against Dr. J. I'm not sitting there going like, oh, I got to defend Julius Erving. I'm playing against Dr. J, man.
Yo.
Oh my God. So he's like, dude.
They said they got film of it too. I think it's up. I haven't looked it all up, but when he was playing on the just even street ball out there in New York, and oh my God, just legendary shit.
Yeah, but Magic said he would get caught up watching this fool going like, and they would say, Magic, you stop. Okay, I know you love Dr. J, dude, but would you defend this guy? Come on, man, he's killing us.
Yeah, well, that type of thing happens when that does happen where the the kid meets the teacher. When they get they get that happens sometimes, man. They get stuck. They could get stuck. But I love Iverson against Jordan. He got to fucking get get a little move on Jordan and shit. And oh man, that shit.
Yeah, he showed Jordan.
That was nice, dude. That was nice.
He showed Jordan the crossover.
He got that crossover on him, man.
Before it was a crossover, he showed him that. Wow.
Yo.
Wow.
Give you some sponsors to check out. So let's start off with Postmates. Have you ever used Postmates? Do you know what it is? Postmates is great. You can get delivery for everything, not just food. You can get, you need dog food and you don't want to go out there. Maybe it's too hot, maybe it's rainy, whatever. It's late. You're just tired. You order Postmates. You could have somebody pick up dog food for you. You could have somebody do your groceries. All hours of the day, 24/7. So do yourself a favor, get on Postmates. If you sign up with my code, you could put in MARTOFF, Martoff. Get yourself $100 for 7 days. $100 free delivery for 7 days. So that week, just go ahead, order food, do whatever. Give yourself, go ahead and give spend about $200-300 getting things done or getting food or whatever and enjoying it, and you're going to save, you know what I mean? And you're not going to have to pay all those delivery fees. So you're going to get so much out of it for that full week. So I definitely would recommend, if you sign up, go ahead and use it, really get the most out of it. And then from there on, you're going to get all the perks anyways. Postmates has deals all the time. They have deliveries sometimes as low as, I think, $1.99 fee or $3.99. But I use the app. I've used the app for the last few years. Never had any real big trouble. I even if you've listened to me for a while on the podcast, I even deliver for them. That's kind of actually I started that before I even probably used them as a customer. But I think it was about the same time. But anyways, definitely a great service, great company. Check out Postmates, sign up, use the code MARTOFF. I'll have the links below, of course, wherever you're listening. And yeah, so it's simple as that. Also, do you need to get your you trying to get a way into investing? Are you trying to save better? Are you trying to build something, build a future? Need something easy? Check this out. I started using it too. It's called Robinhood. So get on this Robinhood app. Let's keep it real. Yeah, you sign up and you get we both get a free stock. So you click on my code that I'm going to have, the link I'm going to have below, and you're going to get a free stock. You could end up getting Apple or Ford or Sprint for free. Probably might not, but it gets you started. You get a free stock. Oh, you don't have enough money. Oh, this and that. There's stocks. There's stocks for nothing. There's stocks for pennies. There's stocks for $3. There's good stocks at $3, $5, $6. You'd be surprised per share. And the wonderful thing with Robinhood, there's no ETF, there's no fees. You're just using all your money to get the stocks you need to get. You got tips. They'll help you, get through it. And obviously, there's plenty of resources. There's a lot of great content on YouTube and guys that can give you more information when it comes to stocks and all that. I'm not the guru. I'm just learning myself. I've just dabbled a little bit. I bought myself some stocks on there. I don't have a whole lot right now, but I got some, and it's just incredible. It's so awesome. It's right there in the palm of your hand, all that. So get on the Robinhood app. Definitely worth it. And you could just start throwing a little bit of money per week. Maybe you could just do $30. Fuck it. I'm going to give you some math. Do $30 a week in stocks. Check that out. You could probably get about almost 5 to 6 stocks for that much, right? If you're getting that every week, that means you're in a year, you're going to have like 300 stocks by the end of the year. What do you think that's going to probably come out to? Now, doesn't mean all of a sudden you're going to be rich overnight. Doesn't mean that those stocks may blow up or not. They could go down. But that's what I'm saying. Over time and many, many years, you're going to get, to build up a wealth of stocks. And really at not much money you're having to really invest. And then, then out of those potentials, Again, think of it that way. Something, out of your stocks, maybe you have like 10 different stocks you pretty much buy from over that time. And, let's say 3 of them really succeed big time. Boom. That could, that you never know. That can, that could set you up pretty good. You never know. People have, made some serious money on those kind of investments. Anyways, just check it out, get into it, learn, make it something that's exciting for you, something to look forward to, and it's a great time right now, guys. Trust me, there's always good, and just check it out, the Robinhood app.
Everybody was shocked. I think he lost the cameraman too. That was funny. That was funny. I was watching Russell Wilson's game when I first started getting into him with the Seahawks. This motherfucker faked out the cameraman. I was dying laughing.
Oh yeah, I've seen Ben's done that. Oh yeah, Ben's done that.
That shit was funny, man. I was like, he got the cameraman. Oh my god, he got him. Because he did that move where he threw the ball and he swore the ball was gone. The cameraman followed. He came back. He still had the fucking ball.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, just going into those things. So right now, being current, we're seeing some of these for this generation. They're getting to see some of these moments, and depending on who gets, we need another team to win, so it'll make it that much more interesting. You'll start having.
I would like to see the. I mean, you know what? I was really pulling for the Bucks, but they really disappointing me now. It's not so much of that they playing so bad. It's just that Giannis doesn't have the. I thought he had a better, mental game.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he's still so young. So yeah,
he's very young, and he plays like a little kid. Sometimes you're going like, dude, how are you making these? Why? Okay, first of all, you never leave your feet to pass the ball. Once you leave your feet, you better be committed to shooting a shot.
Right.
He's getting up in the air throwing these silly passes.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
It's like, dude, what are you doing? So I'm hoping they come around next game.
Yeah,
I hope they do.
Yeah. Well, getting back into it on that. So with the Bucks and Raptors, man, a lot of heart from the Raptors. I'm pulling for them, man.
I wasn't at first, dude.
I know. Not.
Yeah, my loyalties when it comes to sports teams is like that. I'm not. First of all, I don't have a team. I don't go into the season going like, oh, I like this team, I like that team. I usually going like, I like the underdog, especially in football.
Right.
I always try to find a team like, okay, I'm gonna see what the Lions are gonna do this year, and they always fucking kill you because they always suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or pick them or pick the Bills if you want that experience, or the Raiders. All 3 of those teams will give you that experience.
The Raiders, to me, are probably the most. They're the ones that's going like, man, you motherfuckers are starting off so good. Y'all be 3-0, and y'all is just slaughtering people. All of a sudden, it's 3-1. Damn, 3-2. God damn it, 3-4.
Right.
God damn, man, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. They just blow out.
They never recover. They
blow out hard,
man. But a lot of teams do that.
There's plenty of teams. There's so many teams. There's so many teams like that. So that's why, as a Steeler fan, man, I get when and I understand, because it's like we want this and we always want to be there, but when we have rough seasons and how people get so over the top, and I'm just like, guys, we haven't had a losing season now. We haven't had a losing season since 2003. That was a 6-10 season. Hello?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, okay. It went real silent. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm in the kitchen.
No, it's all good, man. So, it's like, guys, that's, how many teams have had shitty seasons in 16 years?
Really?
Well, 15 years, whatever, 16 this year. But
and I get it to just always get to that close, get to the playoffs and lose in the first round. You do that shit after 5 years, you get fucking tired.
That's where we're at now. That's the thing right now, as far as that. And I'm with the Steeler fans. I understand, because it's like we we should have definitely, that with all the awesomeness and that with Brown and Bell and what they were doing it's, you know, that's what I was getting to with these guys at some point. I was like, but they're not winning shit for us, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
you know,
that's been great but for some goddamn reason, we're still not, you know, it was like, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. All they give Beckham all this money. Oh, he's a great fucking receiver. Dude, he ain't got a fucking ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Does he have a ring? No. Then I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I get that he's a great receiver. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But did he stay healthy all the time? No.
Right.
You know, he was injured most of one season, and then he did play. You know, it's like, dude, he's not doing shit. Or they center in on him. Well, he's so fucking great. He should be able to catch the ball with 6 guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if they center on him like that, somebody else got to be fucking open.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. You guys can't be losing all these fucking games.
Yeah.
And you guys got the best fucking receiver on the planet.
Yeah, now there's definitely, there's definitely arguments and talk within that. I wouldn't sit there and just go, I'm not going to go right on Bell and Brown in all case or something. Because it's also, it's coaching decisions, things like that.
Politics.
There's quite a few things that can happen in a game. And also, you always got to go, hey, there was another team on the other side of the fucking ball.
Thank you. It's playing harder.
Yeah.
Playing harder.
Look at what they were doing. Yeah. Why don't you look at what they were doing? Yep.
They're not arguing amongst each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not sitting on the sidelines getting the fucking skirmishes, little weird things where you saying shit to me and I gotta say something back to you, raising my voice.
Right.
Shit like that. You know, when it gets to that point, I think somebody should move on. Yeah, definitely somebody should move on. Mm-hmm. You know? And that's how it gets, you know, it should be like, damn, dude, you know? But my thing is always like, you guys can't stop. I guess it's the same thing with a music group, man. We go into music. It's just like
bands. Bands?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I can't take it no more. I'm tired of this motherfucker. That's what Fife was saying about fucking Q-Tip. He's like he wanted everybody to stay together. He said, dude, I don't want to stay here no more. I want to move to Atlanta. I don't want to stay in New York no more.
Right.
You know? But no, he wanted, hey, man, we all got to do, dude, we can do the same shit. I can stay in Atlanta and still, nah, man, we ain't gonna be able to do it like that. I can see Q-Tip being like that. You know,
right.
Just being a little fucking general. Just like, hey, man, no, man, we all got to be together all the time, you know, type of shit. You know, I can see that.
Hold on real quick. I got to answer this. Hold on.
Can't get along. We grew up together, you know, but I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, like the Temptations and all that. I can see that.
Oh, yeah. You get, you know.
Within the sports organization, like I was saying, it was like, my point was like, it's the politics that we're not privy to. We don't know if you know what's going on. We're not in the locker room with these guys. I mean, we can always guesstimate. Hey, right. Oh, this is what's going on. Hey, I bet this is happening. And it's funny and shit, but we don't really know what was going on. We don't know if Roethlisberger was saying little weird shit to Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You know, hey, maybe if I was a receiver, I'd catch the ball better. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, but he did. I mean, you know, there was things that Ben would say in the media or on his show, and not, you know, and Brown was taking it another, you know, was taking it extra, and you know, I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot to go around. Ben's definitely not. He's not perfect, you know. He's definitely, you know, he could probably be a dick, you know, but
yes, he is.
Yeah, but at the same time, hey, guess what? He's got rings.
He got rings.
and he's getting you the ball and all kinds of. I mean, you're not. There's no way that he's gonna get any of the same kind of action with David Carr. I'm sorry, like.
You know he's not.
No.
Well, you may get a lot of passes thrown to you, but they're gonna.
I'm not saying he might
get be inaccurate.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have the same spin on them where the ball comes right to you.
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. Yeah, they're gonna be intercepted. They're gonna be going the other direction.
So you be running around going, man, slap me, shit, doing that shit the whole time. Taking your helmet off on the sideline.
How many games do you give it where Brown till Brown has a temper tantrum?
I give it okay, the first 3 games, because they're going to split them, it'll probably be like 1-2 or 2-1 or some shit like that. But the first game they lose, you know, whatever, is when Brown has his meltdown. The first game they fucking lose.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that. I don't think it's going to take a couple of games because he's already going to be getting started. They're going to win a game, but they're going to win a game with a kick, you know, shit like that. Or an interception, you know, at the last minute or whatever. But other than that, they're not going to be winning many games. And the games that they do lose, he's going to have something to say in the media. He's going to have something to say at the fucking press conference. He's going to be fucking an overall punk until they get his ass out of there. And he'll probably go to like San Diego or he'll probably go to Seattle. He'll probably go to Seattle with Russell. Try to get he won a ring. He just won a ring. He got a ring, don't he? No, he ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring.
No rings.
See, so he's trying to go. He's chasing a ring now. You know.
Oh, he's gonna have to, man. And he's got a limited window probably because, man, it doesn't take long. He's already past 30.
No, he's done.
So it doesn't take.
Only way he gets
you got about 4 or 5 seasons where you really probably can.
He needs to go to either the Chiefs or
Seattle.
Carson Wentz over there in Philly.
Like you said, Seattle like too. That. No. I would say Seattle or.
That's where he's gonna probably end up is in
KC
Seattle.
Would be so huge if he was in KC. Yeah, that would be.
He's definitely got to go. He's definitely not. KC don't want his ass.
No.
They just got rid of some bullshit. So they like. Nah,
they don't need it. Teams are looking at it like, do we need him really? Like certain teams like that. I don't think so.
Do we need the aggravation? It's just like it's like getting Carmelo Anthony.
Man, KC's like we need to keep you need to keep Andy Reid healthy. You don't need to give him a fucking
No, we don't need Andy over there clutching his chest every day talking about Antonio Brown. You know, we don't need that. You know, we don't need that. So yeah, I'm with. I think that's what's going to happen. For him to leave the Steelers like the way he did, I just think it was not. I just think it's not cool, and I hate social media for this kind of bullshit. You know, that's why I really hate it for that. You know, you love it for when you have like you want to hear about the juicy story, why did so and so get shot, bullshit like that. That's awesome. Yeah, great, I love it. But when it comes down to the real facts, you don't want this bullshit out there because you get a lot of horse shit. You know, you got. It's like trying to find a diamond ring in a stack of dinosaur shit. You got to put the waiter gloves on. You got to sit there.
But he wasn't help. He didn't help himself all this time. He's been the one that's. He's been the one that's been striking and being out there. See, like Bell, at least I'll say he's been cool.
Bell kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, he's more. He doesn't say as much. He does a little, but he doesn't say as much, and he doesn't. He doesn't get all. You could tell he just goes and does his thing. He's just been like, you know, more chill. He's more chill about it all. He's not trying to be all.
Again. That's Le'Veon Bell is like, I'm happy to be playing again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. It's just, you know. Yeah. He just wanted out, and that's fine, man. It's if if a guy doesn't want to be there, we don't, you know, get him out of there. You know, it's okay.
No, that's any place, dude. That's anywhere, dude.
I don't care. That's fine, man. Because at the end of the day, that's all it was. Because the money really was bullshit. Because he ended up screwing himself. So it's like, okay,
that's it.
He didn't screw himself because he's got plenty of money. That's a joke.
He still had a piece of extension or some shit that he ain't got.
Oh, he already made a pretty good amount with the Steelers, and now he got, you know, that his big contract, and you know, this will probably be it could potentially, I don't know if he'll get another big one quite like this. Now, if they could, you know, somehow if they pull off some shit and they fucking win a Super Bowl, then yeah, you know.
Man, if he go over there and act a fool,
you know, let's say in another year, maybe not this season, but maybe in another season, you know, maybe this season they tease it. You're like, oh shit, you know. I just want to see. I don't care about that going all that far. I just want, because first off, they're in the Patriot division. I need to see them fuck with the Patriots. That's what I want to see.
See, that's what you want to see. You want to see them beat up the Patriots. If they go in there and manhandle the Patriots, he gets like 500 yards or some shit, like some video game type shit. shit, it'll be awesome.
Yeah,
it'll be awesome. Then you'll be like, yes, he's the second coming. Other than that, I don't want to hear shit from him. If you go in there, it's like getting your ass busted by every other team, and you getting like, even with him getting like 250, 300 yards on the ground, it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit if you're still losing, dude. Yeah, you accumulating yards, you're getting all these scoring titles and all this dumb shit, but you ain't doing shit.
I'll tell you what, though, man, I'm just wondering when he gets, you know. He hasn't been hit for a while, man. So
well, he don't get all right. Hopefully he gets in training camp. He'll get his. You know,
oh no, I'm sure, but it'll be.
He'll put the kid glove. But you know what?
It's gonna be interesting.
These guys, they have all kind of little training camps they can go to, man.
Oh yeah, so, they're constantly going. Yeah, if you're
smart.
If you're really. Because there's some that are required and some that are not. But if you're really about your shit, damn, you could go crazy. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah,
now.
That's what I'm saying. Because I worked with a guy, and he was always doing all kind of little training camps and doing this and doing that. I'm going like, yeah. Then I'm just thinking like, yeah, he could keep himself in shape. He's in everything.
Yeah, no, I think I from what I've seen, I think he looks fine. Bell definitely. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. The issue is going to be. If that line is good enough to get him those breaks where he could go and take off, you know.
But still, the game hits are nothing like.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be more. It's way more unpredictable out there. So
it's a train wreck. It's like getting hit by a car every day, man. It's fucking hardcore.
And you know that's the thing about it. I'm like when he. Kind of scared to play, because that was the thing. He's like, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. Well, you're coming back. You're about to get hurt.
You do that drop step.
Even if it's not an injury, you're gonna get a fucking injury out there, dude. It's coming.
He's gonna do that. They all ever do that drop step where they step in and then they spin around you and shit. He gonna do that shit and he gonna meet one of these little fucking cornerbacks that's gonna knock his fucking helmet off, and that's gonna be his exit. That's gonna be he'll be like, you know what, I'm done. I quit. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see,
man.
I don't wish any real bad injury. I'm just saying, even the smaller ones are gonna still be like, ooh, shit.
Man,
because you're getting injured. I mean, I'm just saying, even on the good days, you're getting fucking injured, dude. You know?
These fucking linebackers and all these guys. Well, the cornerback's always been fucking fast, but these linebackers are ridiculous now. You got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
These guys moving fast.
Yeah.
You come off the line trying to do some tiptoe through the tulip type bullshit. He gonna knock your fucking strings out your fucking shoes, man. Man, you be like, oh my God, what happened? Man, that nigga hit you so hard, dude. I'm telling you, I could have swore you shit on yourself, man. You made a noise that sound like, man, I could have sworn, no. Man, I'm telling you, I said, what the hell? Man, I'm telling you, I've never heard that noise.
Don't have that on mic'd up. You be like, oh,
man, you be mic'd up. That'd be the day he's mic'd up. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Boom. The fuck was that? Take the mic off. Take the mic off.
We'll be back. And folks, we'll be back from commercial 2 and 2.
Yes. That should be all over Sports Center.
That would be all over Twitter, everything. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Remember, with mic'd up and got phone check. Pow. Man.
All right, So, do we want to go back on the NBA a little more and give any more talk about that?
We have nothing tonight, right?
Yeah, nothing tonight, and I guess the next
tomorrow night is going to be game 5.
Yeah, that's game 5. We have to go to at least a game 6 now.
They definitely will go game 6.
Yeah,
because now it's going to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Now, they're not going to, and then they got to win another game to finish it if they win the other game. So they've already made a series out of it. So thank you, Toronto, for not just folding up like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time them motherfuckers miss a shot, they came down. We're not gonna take no fucking threes, nigga. We're gonna go down and dunk that shit. Or shoot a 2-pointer and get the rebound, and make Giannis uncomfortable. That's what they did.
Yeah.
They did that shit awesome.
Yeah.
They made Giannis very uncomfortable. Every time I'm going to touch the ball, the whole team went at him.
Yeah.
And as soon as he got ready to pass the ball, they all ran away.
Yeah, they played their ass off out there. A lot of, like I said.
That's how you do it. Okay, when a guy get the ball, everybody rush at him, to make him uncomfortable. And as soon as he do the panic mode, everybody run away. And everybody just ran back to their men, and then they was getting the ball. They got so many tip passes and shit like that from Giannis, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
So it was the little bit I saw. I was seeing him messing up a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got to think about it. This is a battle, and not the real battle, but it's like for these guys, this is like the highest point now.
Right.
We get ready to go play Golden State. Everybody know they get ready to play Golden State. So everybody's getting pumped now,
Right.
I think I can beat Golden State. Man, fuck, I can guard Curry, nigga. He won't be shooting them threes like that on me, nigga. Yeah, yes, he will. Yes, he will. Shut up. You got KD out, nigga. I'm gonna tear their asses up, nigga. KD coming back. Shut up. So I'm just saying, it's like everybody's got that formula now, And I really thought the Bucks. Honestly, I had Bucks and Golden State anyway. I already had that as my last two teams.
Right.
And I had Golden State winning it all because I think the Bucks are too young.
What do you have right now? What do you think? What are you gonna pick right now? What do you think's gonna go down?
Man, I'm telling you, my whole bracket is fucked up because Toronto now. Toronto is
yeah.
They may win the next game. Toronto may win the next game. And I ain't talking about no bullshit 3 points.
Yeah.
They're going to win that shit by, it's going to be almost like it was that last game.
Yeah.
Or fucking Milwaukee goes nuts. But I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm really thinking, I think Toronto's going to take this fucking series and just fuck my whole bracket all the way up, dude. They just fucked me up. I think against Toronto, I think Golden State might have a little bit of a problem. If Toronto got a fire, though, like they did last night. They got to do that.
Well, obviously, if they get to the finals, that on this run, because it would be a 4-0, 4-game winning streak. But then, and if they come in and they pretty much stayed healthy, that's going to be really big. Next Thursday, the 30th is going to be the beginning of the finals, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. Well, this will be over by then. This will be over. Yeah,
so that's where we're at. We're in the last home stretch. So basically, we're just talking about this one game, man, and I don't know if we'll. I guess we'll be having a recap by next week for sure.
Oh yeah, we're definitely having. By the time the finals start, we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll know, and
we're doing. I'm basically trying to have this right now for this stretch, and probably we'll see coming up how we'll do it, but it's twice a week. So I'm throwing one up on Thursday, and then having one up on Monday.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm teetering right now. The needle is on the T side. M is I'm losing faith with Milwaukee. I'm losing faith. Losing a lot of faith with them.
I could see that, man. I have to give it to I like what the Raptors have done. They're showing a lot of
grit,
adaptation, a lot of grit, the heart. They're the city. The city up there is just lighting it up. I mean, they just made it such brought excitement to the
Jurassic Park is probably one of the best games. Yeah, I love it, man. Jurassic
and they
Park,
got this great cross section of society. It's all kinds of different people and stuff.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, real international shit.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just dope. It's dope, man. They've been fighting to get somewhere for some time now, and
they had
they've had great players going on pretty much from the beginning. They've gone at it right, and now it's just they actually got something. It's like.
Man, they have McGrady and Vince Carter over there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So it's like they have some great teams, dude. They've always been like just on that just couldn't get over You know, it just.
Well, they were still the expansion. Spot. They were still the new team for a while.
But it was in a weird spot. It's like they never had that really great player over there. You know, Vince Carter and those guys didn't get better. I mean, Vince Carter did some amazing things when he was there.
Yeah.
Gray didn't really do much because he was coming off the fucking bench.
Yeah.
And he went over somewhere else and started showing his ass.
Right.
Vince Carter, he made a name over there, and then he went, he just went crazy.
Well, they didn't, they probably didn't quite have the whole team, and they didn't really have.
They never had a whole team over there.
Yeah, it didn't happen until just I would say in the last 10 years they've really started.
Once they had DeRozan, when DeRozan went over there, then they started going like, oh shit.
Well, even the Chris Bosh time. Chris Bosh had some good.
Chris Bosh's time,
they had a couple moments, but.
Yeah, they had a couple of moments, and he did drag that team around.
Yeah,
you had to give him credit.
Yeah.
Him, Iguodala, there's a few other guys that were the mainstay. Garnett, were the mainstay of their team, and they drove those teams around, dude. That was horrible because they would always be that close. They get right there.
Oh yeah,
they couldn't get over the hump. Just couldn't do it.
No, I remember that one of those last goes in Minnesota when he had a chance there for a quick moment. And Sam Cassell, like all old, trying to warm himself up.
Trying to wheel that shit.
Yeah, these old guys, Latrell barely, oh my God. But
that was his last foray, dude. And then he left and went to Boston. Boom, get a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn.
It was like that happened, and then it was a little while later than Boston,
Yeah, but it was like he languished all those years and this language there, dude. Like, fuck.
Yep.
Your whole career was there. Which you can always speak back and they treated you so nice. They gave you great contracts.
Oh, yeah. No, he
was one of the first guys to get one of those real big contracts,
He's not even. He doesn't look at it all fucked up like that, or at all.
No. I don't think he would or could.
He's been. I think he's. Yeah, he's been humble from the start. Like you said, getting a contract like what are you gonna dude? Like that's. Man, I mean, you're
paying me all this money to play basketball. That's what it looks like.
And back at that time and everything too. It's just like it's. Yeah.
You give me all this money to do what? Just to play. I love basketball. I do this shit every day. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But I just thought it was funny when Ray Allen left and he wouldn't shake his hand. And then they went and asked Ray Allen, and Ray Allen was like, man, that's just Kevin being Kevin. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at him. He'll speak to me later, but right now, it's a game. And I was like, wow, that was funny. That was just funny. Ray Allen with Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And he go over there, and he gonna walk over to Kevin. Kevin is like turning his back to him and shit. I was like, oh my God, Kevin, don't play that shit. So he was one of the few guys that I would see when the guy would shoot the ball, like after the whistle blow, and the guy would shoot the ball, he would always knock the ball away. I was like, why is he doing that? Mm-hmm. And one of the commentators said he does that. And most players you see doing that because they don't want you hitting the basket even after that. You know what I'm saying? Whistle blow. You don't get no shot. So Kevin jump up there and knock your shit away. Or grab it or whatever. And I was like, why do you do that? I don't want you to get no basket. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I mean, just to have that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The whistle blow. So he makes sure to get by the basket. I know somebody's going to try to shoot this motherfucker. Somebody going to try to shoot this motherfucker. Fuck that. Damn, nigga.
Man.
Wow. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I love it. They're one of my favorite players. One of my favorite fucking players.
Yeah. No, KG is awesome, man.
One of my favorite players, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Chick Hearn had me dying laughing because he said he should get a T. And then I forgot somebody said he should get a T. Chick was like, why should he get a T? All he do is cussing himself out. He ain't saying he's not talking to nobody. He's just going off on himself. Yeah. He's just going nuts. And the guy's like, man, he should get a T for all that. He said, nah, man. He said he would.
It's like, it's like he never seen that before, really. It's like, he probably realized afterwards, like, wow, like, that's crazy,
Yeah, he's like, this dude should get a T, man. And the chick was like, why? He's not cussing at nobody.
Yeah.
He's cussing at himself. He's talking to himself. He's not talking to the other player. He's not talking to the ref. He's talking to himself. Going crazy. Funny. I thought that was hilarious.
Shit,
Wow,
man.
that was a trip down memory lane. I love it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Bringing that shit.
That's gonna be a great podcast.
Yeah, man. People want to, people are gonna want to hear that, and want to give them more than just, the current. Like, definitely want to talk about what's current and who's going on, but it's good to go back and talk about this. This is this is still kind of recent times, man. It's the last 20 years we're talking, so. Yep. There's a lot of good, and I'd like that we could bring up some other teams and moments and players, because there has been when you look back, there's been some outside of who won the championship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good team and players if you go back 23 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to the late 90s, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we definitely got to talk about.
Some bad teams and funny shit. There's all kinds of shit to talk about, man.
But on a different note, I want to talk about the Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman fight. We're not going to talk about it today. We'll do that.
Yeah. No, we're good right now.
But I want to put that out there that is going to happen. They're definitely going to fight.
We'll bring that up. We'll put that on episode 200.
Yeah, that'll be episode 200.
200,
I'm a big
baby.
Pacquiao fan, big time Pacquiao fan. So.
Yep, we're gonna have to make. I'm gonna make it a extra special 200. Got some new shit. Might be pulling up on us. Might be getting. And I'm just gonna let you know, man, because we didn't even discuss it or whatever. But I'm looking to add have like kind of a soundtrack background music going on through the podcast.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be real nice.
Yeah, so there's a genre, man, I'm learning about. I didn't even think much of it, but now I'm learning a whole thing about it. It's called lo-fi hip-hop.
Uh-huh.
And it sounds like it's dudes now, like young cats, maybe, I don't know their ages, but, there's these cats that started doing this. It's like underground in a way. And they're, it sounds like old school samples and just, like, simple beats. It's chill. It's not too overbearing. You know what I mean? So people listen, like students like to play it while they're studying, and they have like channels streaming for that type of thing, right? So, well, anyways, I was just like, I like it. I listen to it a lot. I could pull it up or whatever, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But anyways, then I started just like the last week or so, I realized, oh no, these aren't guys just doing little samples and Fruity Loops and shit. No. These are guys playing together like a band. Like one guy's on the drum, the MPC or synth, and then another guy's playing on an actual horn. Another guy's playing, they're using like instruments together too, but it doesn't sound like it's instruments necessarily. It sounds more like they're samples, but I'm like, oh shit, that's dope, man.
Okay.
So yeah, it's it's some nerd shit to me, but I like it. But but it's cool. So I'm gonna try to get some, some of that style of music and whatever. It'll just be like a little background, have a little soundtrack. Maybe not throughout the whole thing, but just give them more production, basically. You know what I mean?
That's fine. I'm good with that.
Yeah, just want to give a little more production and more added value to your listening and stuff like that. As far as
Well, the nerd saying that you're a nerd is like, dude, that's gonna be the new normal. You better be a nerd because if not, you're not gonna be able to understand what the fuck is going on if you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, if you can't be one, but go know one.
You better know one.
Go find some nerd friends, one. Man. Dump your.
Man, it'll help. It'll help with all this bullshit. All of the technology is changing every fucking day. So if you can find a nerd, please, a gamer, yes, find you a gamer, find you a nerd, all that bullshit. They will help you. I'm serious. Don't. It used to be like, I know nerd was a bad word.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. That was a horrible thing to call somebody, man. You're a fucking nerd, dude. I mean, you had a pencil, a pocket protector, the pants was flooding, you had a bow tie on, and you was fucking had, a bunch of spots on your face and wore glasses, teeth hanging out your mouth. That was a nerd, Steve Urkel, the epitome of a nerd.
Right.
That was all. Let that kind of bullshit.
Right.
You know, please don't make that motherfucker laugh, man. Please don't make him laugh. But now that's the new normal. A motherfucker like Steve Urkel, that nigga running the company. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like you be like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's the thing. It did start at some years, you know, but now, you know, it's like now you got the nerd turned into what's his name?
Who is that?
Fuck, man. Iron. You have like an Iron Man nerd now. You don't have just like a.
Yeah. He's not just a guy that you'll be like, oh, that guy right there. He's just a nerd and shit. Nah, man, that motherfucker run the company. That nigga he got a floating car.
Yeah, you got. There's like variety of nerd now. You know.
Yeah, man, Elon Musk probably was a nerd in school. Look at him now. He's like a fucking multi-billionaire and shit.
No, oh my God, he's incredible, man.
I'm just saying, you know, like that same dude that sat around and was sitting over there playing with bugs, or that's Steve Irwin, and they got a big time TV show. His TV show got so big, all his kids is now TV fucking personalities and shit. His whole family.
Oh yeah. It became He definitely made the family business. Well, he had him a part of it, which was really smart on his, you know, that was good, you know, because they were already involved, and then, you know, it's been able to, you know, it's so terrible that, you know, he died that age, but of course he was always taking a risk being out there. He knew.
Man, Steven, like I said,
but thankfully he got to do enough where he was able to create this much. So now, I mean, it's all. Since that time, I mean, damn, it's only grown, you know. Man,
Steve, let's go hang out with some girls. Nah, man, I'm gonna go hang out with these blighters over here. I'm gonna go fuck around with these motherfucking little critters. Look at that motherfucker. Hey, man, look at Steve.
That was his. That was like his thrill, man. You know, just
man, come on.
That shit's nuts, man. But he obviously, I mean, he was exposed from early age, obviously from
Yes.
Obviously, somebody in his family or whoever, that's what he grew up around and was just into it.
You're in the fucking Australia where all that shit is prominent, dude. It's like, all you gotta do is walk 50
Oh, yeah, if you want to be around it. Yeah, if you want to be around it, it's right there.
A wombat, a goddamn wallaby, some shit running around and shit, man. You know, what the fuck? You know,
I gotta go. Our Australian listeners, please, yes. I'd love to come down. Let's do a podcast in Australia.
Man, I'll be so fucking leery up there. That's my thing. Like, oh my God, everything out here can fucking.
Nah, man, we could just stay in Melbourne. We could stay. You know, we don't have to go way out. We don't have to go way out.
Yeah, I don't want to take no walkabouts. I don't want to see no weird wildlife. I'll go to a zoo and see that shit.
They'll be giving you shit. That'll be funny and hilarious. That would be fucking. You want to talk about getting us some content for YouTube? Oh my God, dude.
Man.
We go on a trip to Australia, my man. Oh my God.
Man, you're sitting there eating all the weird shit. I've seen that.
You're making me want. You know, this is something that we should try to raise money on.
Man, that'll be a nice one. I want to go to Australia, man. I want to walk. No, I would say I want to walk where Steve Irwin walked, but it's like, nah, it's okay. I just want to go to Australia.
I want to pretend at least. You know, I can be like,
yeah, I just want.
No. You could say that because it's not like he wasn't in the city, so you'll be like, hey, man, Steve Irwin, he flew through this airport. Shit.
I want to be in the normal spots. I don't want to be.
I'm gonna go to the places when he wasn't out there like that. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to be out there on a boat and all that shit. See, the thing they don't show you is the bugs and shit running around and shit. See, they show you all the big wildlife. They don't show you mosquitoes and all that shit jumping around. Fuck that shit. I'm like, no, that's okay. No.
Yeah.
Zamern, I would love to go and hang out with him. Just go to maybe one of the.
Would you if we raise the money? Would you go?
Fuck, dude. You're not listening. You know I would go, man. That wouldn't even be a problem.
Oh my God, that'd be fucking.
That wouldn't even be, dude. You wouldn't even have to ask me.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Man, that would be like, let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Australian trip.
Yeah, I would say.
Fucking awesome.
It would have to. We need at least 2 weeks to. Yeah, you need 2 weeks. Got to have 2 weeks at least.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just go down there for.
Yeah, you can. I mean, people do a week, whatever. I mean, I did Japan, fast, so to speak, but I would say 2 weeks really. 2 weeks would be nice, At least even 3 was really what I'd like, but 2, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
But I guess I would guess. We'd have to, if we raised probably like $6,000, probably that would be more than enough. That probably
hell yeah, man, to and fro,
and a place to stay. We might even get hooked up. You never know.
Of course, dude. Like I said, if we just keep putting it out there. Like I said, I've never,
I mean, if we're raising money, that's where I'm saying you might get somebody that goes, "Oh yeah, we'll host you."
I would love to go to Australia, dude. I'm not looking at that like, oh, fuck no, not Australia. It's one of the few places that I wouldn't mind going to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the all-time place. It's been my all-time place I want to go.
Yeah, and my thing is, like, I would just be so scared because watching all this Discovery crap, that Australia got the most vicious animal population. Everything out there is deadly. So it's like, this shit is scary.
Yeah, no, you gotta really.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind doing it.
Well, right on, man. We'll go ahead and wrap up on this part, and
but we're gonna go to work together today.
Yeah.
So get ready to start getting ready. Fuck, I don't even want to go.
All right, guys. Peace out. Click.
Yes. Have a good one, y'all.
Later.
Later, Australia.